Well, hello. This is Terry Jean, TJ, doing the August yoga slow flow class. This I'm all crooked. Oh, that's better. I don't like to be crooked. Well, anyway, we are going to. Oh, let me get my paper. This class is called Truth. That was the word that I picked last month, and we're going to use that for the whole month of August. So think about being true to yourself, saying truthful things, and what is really true in your life. If you know the truth, you can make changes for the better. Truth is an unfolding process that deepens as your wisdom increases. Live in a way that fosters your enduring and direct encounter with life. Also, if you tell the truth, then you never have to remember what the lie was. So that's always a good thing. Our focus is on, we're going to do some wrist strengthening and stretching. So, to help with pain relief, my class at the studio has requested that we do some things for the wrist because a lot of them are having some wrist issues. So, hopefully, that will help to alleviate some of that. And I'm sure some of the people online maybe have the same issue. And then they also ask for hip, hamstrings, inner groin, um, hip joint, all of that stuff down there on the hips for strengthening, lengthening, and pain relief. And that's where my troubles are, in that hip. So, um, the second part of the class, or it's going to be kind of interwoven. We're going to start out with our wrist warm ups and stuff like that, and then we'll add a few of those at the end also for some cool down. So, we're going to be holding the poses, which helps to reorganize your fascia. And the fascia, if you remember, is the connective tissue to the joints, the muscles. It connects, it's the fascia. And that is what helps to contribute to a lot of the tightness when that fascia gets tight. So we're going to be working on that connective tissue, and doing the deep stretches will help promote a more excellent range of motion and flexibility if you do them consistently. So I hope you come back and do this class more than once. I do think that having class for a month helps to really foster getting better at the poses because you're repeating them. So I hope that you will join me for this month of August with these hip and wrist work. And you might want to bring blocks, blanket, bolster, and if you want a strap. Let me grab my strap out too. So let me get the bolster here. We're going to start in a seated position. So I'm going to start on my bolster. And strap is optional. And I think I have both of my straps packed up. You may notice that I have a lot of stuff back there on the fireplace at this time because in another week and a half, we're getting this old carpet out and putting some flooring down. So we're having to take up everything that we can because they only will move 5 things in the room. And so there's a lot of rearrangement. So next time you see me for the month of September, we will have new flooring, and I may even be doing this in another room. I'm trying to get that set up. So I have a lot to do between now and then, and let's go ahead, and I hope that you've gathered your supplies. I kind of gave you a few minutes because I forgot to say that at the very beginning. Now it's just time to just sit on your bolster or your blanket or even your block if you want, in your easy seated position. Let's close our eyes down and just start focusing on the purpose of this class, which is to help to relieve some pain if you're having pain in your wrist or the hip areas. Um, just to maybe bring some peace of mind. Yoga always makes me feel more centered. So that's one of the reasons why I really enjoy doing my yoga. And I'm at a very uncentered time with all of this moving. It's like when you have carpet or floors put down, it's actually like you've moved because everything has to be up off the floor. So I'm just going to bring some tranquility to my mind because when I finish this, I have a lot more to do. And let's just take a nice deep breath, bringing those arms up. Inhale up, exhale down. Yes. Inhale up, exhale down. And I've got my eyes closed, just kind of focusing inward here. One more time. Inhale up. Take a little pause at the top. Just breathe. Oh. Maybe do a little stretch. Side to side stretch like you're climbing a ladder. This feels good. I've been really busy this morning also. And then on your next exhale, bring those hands down to your lap and open your eyes up. Oh, I'm already more refocused. So let's take and I'm going to bring my paper a little closer. It's a kind of a long class. I have a lot of different things in here, so I didn't make the print as big, so I have to have my paper a little closer. But we're going to begin with our wrist. So let's take and intertwine your fingers. And remember which pinky is on the outside because we will switch that here shortly. So let's just start rotating those hands and then reverse. Just wiggling them around, maybe doing a figure eight, maybe just back and forth, up and down, just whichever way. Just try to remember to do some reverse, which makes it hard to reverse. And really wiggling, pressing back and forth. And then now walk your fingers up to the tip. I'm kind of like creepy crawling them up. I'll come up here so you can see. This feels really good. And if you have any kind of arthritis in your hands or weakness, this is very nice. It just feels, it's like a little finger massage that you're doing to yourself. And then bring that to stillness. Inhale your hands to your chest. Exhale them apart, stretching those fingers. Nice. Inhale into chest. Exhale them apart. Inhale into chest. Exhale apart or out. And then just gently release those fingers. Shake it out. I'm going to scoot back here a little bit. And then I want you to bring your hands, inhale out to the side, and exhale down to prayer hands. I think while I'm doing the hands, I'm going to sit in my chair up here so you can see me better. I think this will be a better, yes, this is much better. So you can see what I'm doing. So we have our hands in prayer hands, and then we're going to inhale, bringing the back of the hands together, and then exhale as we rotate them around and up. Inhale out, exhale up and around. Inhale out, exhale up around. Just bringing flexibility to those wrists. One more time. Inhale out, so they spread out. You're looking at your palms. Now you're bringing the back of the hands together, and then exhale as you bring them up and around. Now we're going to inhale the hands up, exhale them out to the side, and inhale back together. We're going to grab our wrist. We're going to take our right hand and grab our right wrist, and then keep these fingers that are on your right hand nice and tight, and then we're going to point them down, and then we're going to point the pinky like it's trying to come up to the sky. And then we're going to take our pointer finger and just move it. You should really feel some movement in that tendon there. And then kind of pulse it. Try to keep this pinky finger up to the sky, and we're really grabbing that wrist. Now bring that to stillness. Inhale the hands back the other way, and then we're going to take and bring that little finger. I think I'm going to turn my hand this way so you can see. Now turn your palm up. It'll be better. And then we're going to take the little finger up, each little finger up, and then palm to, or thumb to palm. Exhale that, spread that apart. And then bring the thumb to each finger. And then spread that apart. And then release that, shake it out. Hold with your other hand. And the right hand is now holding the wrist really tight, nice and tight. Bring those fingers down to the floor and exhale the little finger up to the sky. And move your pointer finger. Try to remember to keep that little finger to the sky. This is hard. And then bring that to stillness. And then we're going to rotate that wrist up to the sky. And then we're going to bring each finger, try to the palm. Keep holding that wrist. This keeps your wrist stable. And then thumb to palm. And then thumb to each finger individually. And then shake it out. And then we're going to inhale, nice big inhale, exhale, and the pinky finger is now, the opposite pinky finger is now on the outside. That's my left one. I always start with the right one because that's the way my hands like to go. Then we're going to inhale the fingers up and then down. Squeeze. I'm really squeezing when I come down. Inhale them up really tight, nice and tight. Exhale them down. Ooh, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale up. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale up. Exhale, squeeze. And then inhale, just neutral. Wiggle the fingers and let them come apart. Now we're going to take and we're going to grab your thumb with your left hand, and I'm just pulling it down. Do not over pull it, of course. And then the fingers are up here, and then we're going to take the fingers down one at a time. You should feel a lot through that wrist where the tendon is making those fingers go. Feel it all the way up through here and here. So if you have any tightness, you'll feel that. We're just going to do this a couple of times. Just trying to bring each finger down individually. And then back. And then shake that out. And now we're going to hold the thumb down this way. I'm going to turn this way so you can see. I'm just taking the thumb in between my right thumb and between my left thumb and just pulling that as close to my wrist as possible. Yours may or may not go that far, may go further. And then we're moving each individual, ooh, that one's a tight one, finger. You'll really feel which fingers are tight if you do this. Now I'm going to go back with the pinky, ring, social, pointer, pointer, social finger, that one's really tight, ring finger, that one's tight, and little finger, that one's not so tight. One more time, little finger, ring, social, and pointer. And then release that, shake it out. Whew. Now we're going to work on this muscle that goes all the way up here, which does affect the wrist and hands. And we're going to come down to the mat for that one, into a baby pose. And you need your blocks. So grab your blocks. They're going to be up here, and we're going to get in our baby pose. So get on your knees and then sit back, whatever feels comfortable. You can have wide knees or knees together. And then we're going to bring the back of the elbow onto our blocks. And we're going to do both elbows at the same time. Hands are in prayer. Our head is just coming down like it's going to come down in between these blocks, maybe even touch them. And you can adjust that stretch on your arm by pushing your booty back further. I really got a big stretch. I have prayer hands up here. Just breathe. Nice big stretch. And then we're going to take and we're going to lay both hands down onto our shoulders up here, the top of our shoulders, and really stretch. Just breathe. Let the head rest. It's not going all the way down because the blocks are up higher, but it's just kind of resting in between my arms. I'm going to come up, and then I'm going to take my right hand off of the block. The left elbow is going to stay on the block. We're going to stretch one at a time. So I'm just going to come down, going to support myself with my right hand here, and then bring your left hand up like it's in a half a prayer hand. So the pinky is pointing towards the ceiling or the sky. It's a big, big stretch. Feels really nice. Especially since I've been moving a bunch of stuff, feeling tight up there. And then we're going to take and lay the palm down onto the back. I'm going to dip my head a little further. Stretch that all the way through the armpit. You should feel that nice deep stretch. And remember, we're holding our poses more than usual to bring about change in the fascia, which is the connective tissue between the joint and muscles. And then inhale, coming up, and then we're going to exhale the elbow down to the block, and then a half a prayer hand. Your left hand can just kind of support you over there, and then I'm just letting my head fall down to the side of the block, keeping that pinky finger towards the ceiling. It's a big, deep stretch. Nice stretch. Then on your next exhale, just let the palm rest, which will feel a little deeper stretch this way, I think. I'm just breathing, soften your face. Just relaxing. And on your next inhale, we're going to come up, and you can move your blocks out of the way. We're going to come into, we did this last month also, a one-armed puppy dog pose, which was a great lead up to doing these exercises for our wrist today. So we're going to inhale, and then as you exhale, we're going to come down onto our right elbow. We're going to bring that right palm up to our back. We're going to stretch this left hand out, and then just let your head and your chest start coming down to the mat. Booty's in the air. Just doing this nice deep stretch. I'm going to inhale up and exhale this right hand down. Inhale the left elbow to the mat and the left hand coming to the back of the shoulder there. The right hand is going to come stretch out in your forehead and your chest, where your forehead is probably meeting the mat and your chest is trying to come down into one-armed puppy dog pose. Ooh, it feels good. Oh, I needed this. On your next inhale, bring that right hand back by your face and push yourself up. Take a little wiggle here. Maybe a little cow. And we're going to inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to stretch those both hands out for puppy dog pose. Just laying that forehead down on the mat. Booty stays up. Chest is coming close to the mat. Nice big stretch, and then up on your spider fingers, which is another great finger and wrist exercise, so you can keep the pressure off of your head. The head's just barely touching. Your arms are holding you up. On your next inhale, lower the arms, and exhale as you bring them back to your face. And then come up onto your knees and do a couple of shoulder rolls back. Very good. Nice. Shoulder rolls back. And shake those arms out. And we're going to come down to a restorative rest pose. And this is where if you have a strap, I don't have my regular yoga strap. I have this one in here. My other one is packed up because all that stuff is packed up in the basement right now. But I can use this one. This one's good. So make your loop a big loop. And then have it handy. We're here in our restorative rest pose. Just letting your body acclimate to laying down now for a second. And then we're going to bring the feet to the ceiling. And this is where the strap will come in. If you want to, you can do your baby pose with the strap, holding the strap, bending those knees in towards you. I do like the strap. I need my bigger one though for my full range. And I'm showing you how to do it with the strap. So you're holding the inside, both loops together and pulling the knees into the chest. Be active in this pose. Really pull those knees in because we're really wanting to stretch through that hip and inner groin. And then you can gently start straightening one leg. I'm straightening my left leg now. Right knee is fully bent, and then flip-flop. Straighten the right leg, and then the left. I'm going to take this off because it's a little bit too short for me. And I'm just going to hold my leg. So just straighten, which is a great inner groin. Oh boy, that's tight. Couldn't get my full range of motion with that shorter. That's actually a therapy belt that my daughter left here when she was doing her training in OT. Oh yes, this feels very nice. Really stretching that one leg out as much as you can. This is also a variation of arrow pose. Feels good. And then bring your baby pose back up. And then just take your intuitive movements here. Whatever you think feels good. I kind of like to roll over on each side. Feels nice. And then sometimes I roll over and straighten that one leg that I'm rolling onto, which feels good. It's a different, uses a little bit different muscles when you're rolled all the way over and straightening as opposed to being upright and straightening. So just play with it. Be a happy baby. Kick your feet. And then we're going to bring that to stillness. That feels good. And then go ahead and release your feet back down to the mat. And then we're going to exhale that left leg straight out and inhale the knee or the foot up so your knee is at 90 degrees on the right. And then we're going to do a nice spinal twist. So we're going to inhale. And arms are at a T. Exhale, bringing that right leg all the way over. And try to keep the right shoulder down as close to the mat as possible. And the right foot as close to the floor as possible, but keep that bend in the knee. Keep that 90-degree bend. And then look to your right. Should be a pretty deep spinal twist. You may or may not have the shoulder all the way on the mat or the foot all the way on the floor. Your goal is just to get as close as possible. Keep the left leg straight. And just breathe into that. Kind of like a jellyfish. You know how they're looks like they're breathing in and then they're breathing out and their little tentacles and everything kind of float out and make it bigger. So just pretend you're doing that because each breath will bring a little bit more stretch, which is what helps to soften that fascia and brings more mobility to your body and flexibility. Just be very graceful with your breaths. We're not trying to overstretch. And on your next inhale, bring that left hand to the inside of the right leg and then gently help that leg up. And then bring the right leg straight, hands overhead for a full body stretch. Nice, gentle stretch. Oh yeah, bringing the toes and the fingers as far apart as possible, but keeping the hands low on the mat or even touching the mat, and the feet low on the mat or touching the mat. I prefer mine touching. And then on your next exhale, relax that. Inhale the left leg up to 90 degrees and the arms straight out to the side in a big T. And on your exhale, bring that left leg all the way over to the right side. This side is a little tighter. My left shoulder is not going down to the mat like the right one did, and you may experience differences on each side of your body also. We'll see if it lowers as I just do my breathing, gentle, rhythmic breathing. Softening your face, just letting your body relax. Nice. Relaxation breaths. Keep your head looking to the left. It doesn't have to be cranked all the way over, but at least gazing towards the left will bring a greater stretch. On your next inhale, bring that right hand to the inside of the left leg and gently push that leg up. And then bring both legs out straight for another full body stretch. And let's point and flex our feet and our ankles and hands. Just point and flex. And then rotate in a circle. 1, 2, 3. Reverse your circles. 1, 2, 3. And then bring back to stillness. We're going to roll over onto our we're going to roll over onto our tummies. That's not good. And we're going to bring our knees up. Our feet up. Our knees are on the mat. Spread your knees as wide as your mat. And you can either go into a crocodile pose, which is right hand on the mat, left hand on top of that, and the forehead is laying on top of the hands. So that's where I'm going to go. Feels good this way. And then we're just going to rotate these legs from right to left. We'll do about 4. Coming on my 4th one. And then I'll bring my feet back up to the ceiling, gently lift my head up and switch the position of my hands. So left hand is on the mat and right hand is on top and my forehead is now laying. Then we're going to swish left to right 4 times. There's 1. Nice and slow. 2. 3. And 4. And then bring that to stillness. Inhale those knees back together. Exhale the toes down. Curl them under. Inhale the hands down to the side. Exhale up into down dog. First down dog of the day. Nice. Feels so good. Oh, and then roll up onto your toes all the way and then back down. Roll up as high as you can and then heels to the mat. Roll up, heels up. Exhale, heels down. One more time. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, heels down. Inhale that right leg up. Point it. Rotate that ankle and reverse. Inhale and exhale that right foot up. Coming up in between both hands. I have to help mine up so people can just swing it all the way up. Now, if you want to have a blanket, this is where your blanket will come in handy. I'm going to actually use my blanket because I've been doing a lot of things on my knees that's with cleaning and dragging things around. They're a little bit sore. So up here, I've got a blanket under my knee. I've got my left knee down. My right knee is over my ankle. My hands are on either side of my foot. And then I'm just going to, and I have my left toes curled under. And I'm going to lift up, bringing that knee up off of the mat. And then you can stay here with your hands helping you to balance, or you can start lifting that torso up for your low lunge. Inhale the hands up. If you came up, if you didn't, just stay down where you're at. Nice low lunge and a little bit of a back bend or a crescent pose in there. And hold the hands down. I'm going to keep my left hand on the mat. I'm going to inhale the right hand up to the ceiling. A little twist. And hold it here. Inhale that right hand down. I'm going to bring the right hand to the inside of that right foot. And I'm going to exhale as I twist the left hand up. You'll have to bring that left foot flat and angled out. Inhale the left hand down. Exhale the knee down. Now we're going to inhale. Coming back, bringing those right toes up, dragging that heel, coming into a half split. And flatten your left toes out if you want. And you can adjust this hamstring stretch here by pointing or flexing your toes. Very gentle. Do not overdo this, please. You will be very sorry for a long time if you overstretch that hamstring. And then just find your perfect stretch in this pose. I've got both hands on either side of the right leg. And then I'm going to do a big inhale and then exhale. Remember that jellyfish? Just bring your forehead a little closer to the head, to the knee. Inhale up. Gently exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. Just pulsing my breaths. Inhale. Exhale. And then I'm going to walk my fingers up a little bit. And I'm going to get my balance because I don't want to overdo this stretch as I'm coming down. Then I'm going to come down and sit down onto my booty into a half saddle. So your left knee is bent forward, and I have my, you can see my foot's just resting here on top of the mat at a little bit of an angle into half saddle. Now you can stay here. I'm going to have to move up a little bit. Hopefully you came out a little closer with the top foot to the front of the mat. And you can stay here, or you can grab your bolster or blanket. And we're going to lean back. This is as much as I can do on my half saddle. Some people are flexible enough to bring the torso all the way down to the mat. If you're not that flexible, I recommend you stay here or even up here on your hands just leaning back. But I can do this. This is nice with the bolster. And then it takes the pressure off of your wrist, which we're trying to protect those wrists too. This is a really big stretch, so be very cautious. Nice stretch. I'm just going to breathe and relax into it. And then we'll have to do the other side. Our next pose is Malasana, squat pose. So on your next big inhale, start walking your hands up and bring the right foot in like a mermaid pose. So I've got my right foot placed against my left thigh into a mermaid pose. And stay here. Try to get your body upright. If you can't, you can stay laid back. You could be the mermaid on the rock. Oh, seeing, drawing in those ship people. And then on your next big inhale, we're going to walk our hands to the front. We come up on our knees. Get your feet placed about a foot apart. And then on your next exhale, we're going to roll back into our malasana, our squat pose. Very nice squat pose. Feels good. And then we're going to play with it. We're going to have like a moving. So get your hands on the mat and just kind of move side to side. Oh, yeah. Get that going. And then bring that to stillness. Place your left hand in the middle of and between your feet, but up high. And we're going to inhale, and then we're going to exhale that right hand up for a little twist and malasana. Nice little twist. Inhale the right hand down to the center. Exhale the left hand up. Twist. Nice twist. Inhale left hand to the center. Exhale right hand up to the sky. Look up if you can. Inhale the right hand down. Exhale the left hand up. It should feel nice. Inhale, both hands down. Now place their hands where they're just in front of your feet. Your elbows are touching the inside of your thigh. We're going to inhale, bringing that booty up, stretching, stretching, stretching like a nice big forward fold. Exhale back into squat pose, malasana. Inhale up. We'll do this 5 times. Exhale down. Inhale up. Halfway point. Exhale down. Inhale up. Booty up. Just the booty. Hands stay on the mat. Exhale down. Last one. Inhale, booty up. Hands on the mat. Big forward fold. Just stay up here for a second and breathe. Letting those hamstrings really stretch to their full potential. On your next exhale, bring that back down. Nice. Walk your hands out so that you are in a, well, you can come to tabletop and then move your hands up one hand width. Curl your toes under. Exhale up into down dog. We're going to do the left side. I think I need to turn the other way though. There, I just did a spinning dog. Inhale the left foot up. Point and flex. And then rotate. Reverse your rotation. Nice big inhale, bringing that left foot up in between the hands and letting the right knee come down to the mat. I'm going to grab my blanket again for my knee. So I want you to think about getting your left leg set up with your knee over your ankle. Your hands are on the outside. I have my right toes curled under. And you can stay here or you can come up here. If you are strong enough and have the flexibility, you will inhale that knee off of the mat just a little bit. And then inhale or exhale As you exhale, bring that torso up. It can be here or you can bring it all the way up. It takes a lot of strength in that leg. Inhale the hands up overhead if possible. Otherwise, stay where you're comfortable. And then you can start leaning back. Inhale those hands back down to the mat. Exhale that right knee down. Keep the right palm on the inside of the left foot. Inhale that left hand up, all the way up, look up. And if you want it to keep that knee off, you can. I'm going to keep my knee off. I think it's easier for me to keep the knee off than down. Inhale the left hand down to the inside of the right leg. And exhale that right hand up. This is where it gets really tricky. Inhale that right hand down. Exhale that left hand to the outside of the left foot again. Bring that knee down to the mat. And on your next exhale, start walking your hands back and peeling those left toes up off the mat into half splits. And like I said, you can adjust that stretch by pointing and flexing. This side is a lot looser than the other side, which that's where I have my trouble is on the right. So the left always is much better. And then when you finish your pointing and flexing, find your perfect, or it just feels really good to have that stretch. And I'm going to readjust my right toes and make them flat. And then I'm going to be like I'm leaning over my leg for my jellyfish breathing. Inhale, coming up a little, and exhale, moving down. Inhale up, exhale, head to knee. Inhale up, exhale, head to knee. Very gentle. Inhale up, exhale, head to knee. And I want you to get completely stabilized. I'll move my blanket. And we're going to roll all the way down and sit in half saddle with the right leg out to the side. I'm going to bring my bolster back behind me. Lean back. For half saddle. This side I can go a lot deeper. I'm still going to stay on my bolster. That feels really good. Just had a really nice adjustment in that low back. Really stretching and opening that spinal cord up. The spine. And just breathing. Letting your body relax into the pose. And the next inhale, walk your hands up. Exhale this left foot into the inside of the right thigh for our mermaid pose. You can stay here or you can lean to the side. I'm working on trying to get the spine straight. Takes a little bit more of the core work when you bring that spine up. Just breathe. Smile. Relax your face. I always find myself kind of clenching, so I try to remind everyone, relax that jaw. So when you're doing a pose, sometimes you get so concentrated on what you're doing that your jaws will tighten up. and you're focusing. On your next inhale, start walking those hands forward, coming up onto both knees, and then bringing them out wide. Turn this way. With the feet about a foot apart. And exhale as you roll back over into Malasana squat pose. We've already done the stretches. I just wanted to do the squat pose one more time. With prayer hands, so you're kind of pushing the legs apart, a gentle push apart. Just breathing. Oh, I know what else we can do here. We can, let's inhale these hands down to the mat. Walk with your little fingers out. And then exhale as you're trying to just touch your head to the floor. That really puts a nice stretch through that calf muscle and opens up that spine. It's like a nice big cat pose. Inhale, walking the fingers up. And exhale as you bring the knees down and roll over into a restorative rest pose. This class went by super fast. Didn't do a lot of the things I wanted to do, but I think we did enough. So have your stuff ready for your Shavasana also, because that will come after we do a few little cool downs, but we're going to do our cool downs on the mat today. So our restorative rest pose, if you remember, is where the feet are on the mat, hip joint apart, knees to the ceiling, hands out to the side. They can be anywhere on the side you want them. T, 45-degree angle, or close into your body. Just take a moment here. On your next inhale, bring both knees into the chest and exhale them away. Our little jellyfish movements. Inhale in, exhale, gently float away. One more time. Inhale in, exhale, gently float away. Bring that left foot to the mat. Inhale that right leg up to the ceiling. Point your toe. And very gently take your hands and put it behind your calf or your thigh, wherever you can reach, and just hold it. Don't try to pull it, but just holding it brings enough pressure to give that little extra stretch. We're not going to pull that into our head. Nice, gentle, and just breathe. Three nice breaths here. Keep that toe pointed. And your next inhale, bring that right foot down to the mat. Exhale the left foot up, point it, and grab behind the calf, your thigh, your ankle, your foot, wherever you can hold it with your head comfortably laying on the mat. This is my big stretch. It's not super big, but it's a big one for me. You find your own stretch. And then just breathe. Three nice deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. Loosen it a little. Inhale. Exhale, float away. Inhale. Exhale, float away. One more time. Inhale, hold in. Exhale, float away. Inhale the right leg down beneath the left. Exhale up into bridge. Inhale down. Exhale up into bridge. Inhale down. Exhale up into bridge. Inhale down. Exhale. Feet and hands overhead. Inhale the right hand and the left foot away from each other for bird dogs. Supine bird dog. Inhale neutral. Exhale left hand, right foot away from each other. Really stretching. Inhale neutral. Exhale right hand, left foot. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Inhale neutral. Exhale left hand, right foot. Stretching, stretching. Inhale neutral. And then exhale into your favorite Shavasana pose, which mine is putting a bolster underneath my legs, grabbing my eye mask. I'll have to grab this so I can set this alarm. And we will do a little breath work of 4-count breath. So we'll count to the count of 4. You will breathe in your nose. You will hold it for the count of 4, and then breathe out your mouth for the count of 4, and then hold. So I'm just going to say nose, breathe in. That's breathe in. Mouth, exhale. Here we go. Nose, 2, 3, 4. Mouth, 2, 3, 4. Nose, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Mouth, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Nose, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Mouth, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. And relax. Think about the truth of your practice today, what felt good, what you could improve, what you didn't like so much, and maybe why. Start taking any deep breaths. Rest when it wiggles, maybe another spinal twist. Let your body be intuitive with its moves for these last few seconds here. It feels very good. Stretching those legs out. Oh. Oh. And then when you feel ready, you're going to roll over onto one of your sides and make a little pillow with your elbow and forearm and that down arm, bringing that right arm in front of your chest bone. Close your eyes. We'll inhale once together. Inhale. Exhale. Ah. Inhale. Exhale as you slowly push your body up, head coming up last with that right or with that top arm coming to a easy seated position. I'll come up to the chair, or you guys can stay laying down. Yogi's choice, chair, laying down, or an easy pose. There we go. I feel much better. I'm ready to gather the rest of stuff in the bedroom and haul it down to the garage. So this was a nice little break for me. Let's go ahead and inhale our hands up halfway. Exhale, prayer hands rubbing together gently, bringing love, joy, warmth, and a little truth into that heart center today. I bow and honor the light in you and ask that you honor the light in others. Namaste. And the quote that I have for today is by W. Somerset Maugham. He is a novelist. And the quote is, "The fact that a great many people believe something is no guarantee of its truth." Isn't that so? Just because everyone is believing something and spreading that around doesn't mean that it's the truth. That's how gossip starts and hurts people all around you. So try to be truthful. Can't say something nice, lock it up. Ta-ta for now. Oh, next month, September, with a whole new look. The word for our next class is compassion. That'll be a good one. I'll have to think of a very compassionate yoga poses. Maybe we'll just do some real nice, easy things. It'll be fun. Ta-ta for now. See you in a month. And you can see me as often as you want by going to my website, PJ Yoga, or with TJ.